Can a woman pray at home before the adhan is called as long as the time of prayer has entered? In many countries, there is this conviction that a prayer cannot be established at homes until the iqamah in the masjid is given. So many women ask this question, and they say that, for example, in Friday, they tell us that we're not supposed to pray dhuhr until the iqamah is given. And in other countries where they do not follow the proper Islamic timing for prayers, so some countries or some people, some masjids, may delay Asr prayer by an hour or so, or may delay Fajr until it's almost light, according to some schools of thought. And this is wrong. So a lot of the sisters ask, are we obliged to wait? And the answer is no. If you are following the correct calendar or timetable of prayers, then in this case, there is no problem for you to begin your prayer, regardless whether the adhan was given or not, regardless whether the men had started to pray in the masjid or not. Why? Because Allah Azza wa Jal has made the prayers on prescribed times. So once the time is due, once the time has entered, whether the adhan was given or not, you are entitled to pray as long as you have started to pray after the time was due. So there is no problem in that, insha'Allah. Bearing in mind that the Prophet ﷺ, when he was asked which of the deeds are most beloved to Allah Azza wa Jal, he said to pray on time. And in another narration, he said to pray at the beginning of the time. So for Fajr, it is best to pray it at the beginning of the time. For Asr, for Maghrib, it is best to pray it at the beginning of time. As for Dhuhr, if it is summer and it's too hot, and it would be cooler for you to postpone and delay the prayer just before Asr time is due, then this is Sunnah. But if you pray it at its regular time, this is okay, and there's no problem in that. And finally, as for Isha, the Prophet ﷺ instructed us to delay it if there is no hardship upon the people. So praying it at the first third of the night, and just before just before midnight, this is the best time for it. So if a woman is at home, it's best for her to pray it at 10:30, 11 o'clock. But if she fears that if she delays it, that she would forget it, and midnight would come and without her paying attention, in this case, no, pray it as soon as you, or as soon as the time is due.